Behind the Streams podcast. I'm your host, Solo,
What's up? What's up? It's
with my
Ganzi.
co-hosts. Man's muted.
Scuff, my bad. Wavy Damo up in here, yo.
And today, there's a lot to talk about. I feel like the gaming industry, the streaming world, has been hit with tons of crazy news over the past few weeks. I thought last week was the peak with Dr. Disrespect getting banned, which made me pretty much forget that Mixer even shut down. But this week there has even been more allegations and more events to where Twitch will possibly never be the same. So
okay, can I add something to that conversation from our past podcast?
Yeah.
All right, so I ran into a clip on Twitter saying that Dr. Disrespect was actually he didn't the reason the main theory why he got banned is because prior to Mixer being shut down, there were rumors that Dr. Disrespect was planning on moving to Mixer, right? And Twitch paid him millions of dollars to stay on Twitch. And once Mixer shut down, they banned him so they don't have to pay him those millions of dollars.
So that's like a conspiracy theory.
It's a conspiracy theory. So but that's like the most logical theory that people are saying right now.
I don't know. Well, I think we just have to wait for more information on stuff like that. Yeah. Doc isn't the only one getting paid, though. There's, Tim the Tatman's probably on a similar contract.
No, but the fact that, like Dr. Disrespect, from what I've heard on that clip, he was claiming that he was gonna leave Twitch. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like, kind of like a red flag, bro.
I mean, no one, who really knows?
Really know.
Yeah.
I hope we get information soon. But yeah, we're gonna have to see in the next few weeks. I feel like it's a lot of legal issues, so it's gonna take a while for it to come out.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to start the podcast by paying homage to Reckful, also known as Byron. He was one of the most, original streamers on Twitch. He was one of the highest rated players in World of Warcraft, and he was publicly, he was an open book. He was always struggling with depression and sadness and stuff like that. He just most recently committed suicide because of, dealing with his depression. And I guess what everyone is saying is that, the cyberbullying, how Reddit was treating him, how Twitch chat was treating him, kind of pushed him to that edge where he is just a content creator. He was a very positive content creator, which is pretty bad when you are an open book because people know how to push your buttons. So he was very open about his life and what he was going through. Lots of toxic people would be in his chats and, flaming him and pretty much push him to that edge. But right now, a lot of people are still grieving. It's very fresh. Possibly the largest content creator of this size next on Twitch. I know Etika was a large one as well, but as just like a full-time Twitch streamer, Reckful is possibly the largest one that we've lost. And it's kind of crazy to see everything that how it panned out. People were going through his last couple streams, clipping it, kind of like very scary foreshadowing. And even in the clips itself, in his past couple of VOD reviews, you see people in his chat, constant negativity, and it's just
like, what type of comments does he get?
He literally had people in his chat like telling him to kill himself. This was a very popular clip that came out I think last night.
Anything that he did in the past that made him the target?
No. You're just kind of, when you're popular, you just get haters, unfortunately. that's kind of.
But it's a very rare thing for people to just go in your
No,
go
what do you mean? I've definitely had people randomly say that to me.
kill yourself.
Yeah, KYS. Someone will just type that, and to us, we can brush it off, but to him, someone that like genuinely thought about doing it, he's also seen his older brother do it when he was little. It impacts you differently. You can't brush off stuff like that as easily.
Right.
On top of having depression, of course, it's very painful.
And I've been there. Like I used to watch his streams a lot. Mainly when he used to do the IRL streams. That's actually one of the reasons why he was the reason why I wanted to move to Austin, because Austin, Texas, because he made it look so fun and it just seemed cool to live there. Um, I have first experienced seeing his chat, say those kind of things, and it's not like it's sometimes it's kind of hard to deal with when there's multiple people or when it's a bot or there's so many different ways to go about that, and to control it is really hard. So of course he's gonna see it, and sometimes it's uncontrollable. But as somebody that used to be in his community, we were full like I don't like to speak like as us as an embodiment, but like I personally knew that his community, the real people that were there for him, like we would always talk about it on his Reddit. Like there were certain signs that we noticed that like, oh, like you can tell he's really having one of those super low months, and he has these like months and like large portions of times where he's like more sad than normal. And we, like I looked out for him as a viewer, and like yeah, I can't do much other than just be there and support him, right? So there's a lot of misunderstanding that it was his community that did it, but there's just those group of shitbags that just want to bring people down, like just how as shitty as Alinity, I mean, this could segue into another topic, but as shitty as Alinity, like as much shit as she gets, you guys have seen on Twitter that like Ninja and Slasher are apologizing because I think it's finally getting to Alinity, and she's publicizing that she's feeling like she's just tired of it. And that's things that like those are things that like Reckful made it feel like you understood him, even though you didn't know him, because he would talk about these things on stream, and it's kind of it sucks, man. It really does
Yeah.
suck.
We need to stop online bullying, man.
Yeah,
Online bullying.
people are pretty much using his, this is like, like this happened. We need to be better humans overall. Like, need to stop pushing each other
Right.
to that limit. Of course, jokes. We're gonna flame each other if people do something bad, but sometimes it just gets too far, and people don't know when to ease up. And it's like the thing about it's just human nature. In Reckful's chat, I'm sure there's 100 messages of just positivity. All it takes is one negative comment, and even though you see all those great comments about you, the only one you're gonna remember is that negative comment.
Yeah.
All it takes is one bad apple, I guess, right? And then if you just constantly have that for years and years, and the counter argument is you're famous, this is what you're supposed to do, you should be able to handle this. It's not. I don't understand why there's a correlation there. I understand that as people that they make a living on the internet, they spend more time on the internet. That's just the nature of it. Celebrity like LeBron James, he gets a bunch of shit, but he never has to be on the internet. Never. It's not a part of his job. It doesn't matter. He just has to be in the gym and focus on what he has to do so he can avoid all the negativity. But for pro players, streamers, content creators on any social media platform, you can't avoid it. You have to absorb all this information, whether it's criticism, whether it's just pure evil hatred. Just can't avoid it. And it's just really damaging after a while.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
And yeah, lots of people are having lots of statements, and they're breaking down and talking about how great Reckful was and how much of a role model he is. even in the World of Warcraft community, they're doing they did like a huge gathering last night
It happened in
in all the
every server.
in all the servers. Like it's just pretty cool. Hopefully they like immortalize him in game somehow, like add a statue somewhere or do something.
Wait,
That'd
what
be
was
kind
his
of
main
cool.
game?
World of Warcraft.
Oh, he's a WoW player.
Came up a while and then he just branched out to do whatever.
Right. But see, like, this is the thing. The like, obviously, he's one of the biggest streamer, right?
Mhm.
Like he was getting revenues to a point that he could just retire.
But it's not even just the internet that put like he has depression. He's had depression for like
Oh, okay.
over
His
10
whole
years.
life.
He was
growing up.
already having those issues.
And
He
uh,
has grown up in a rough.
literally like I didn't know anything about Reckful. Like I barely watched him. It wasn't until like last year I want to say. It was when there was this doctor, Healthy Gamer GG, also known as Dr. K, right? He streams on Twitch and he has like therapy sessions with other streamers on Twitch. And the very first time I've ever heard of Dr. K and like my first time actually like actively watching Reckful was them two talking. And then Reckful was pretty much opening up about his life and had depression since he was pretty much 5. He was 5 years old, I believe, when his older brother killed himself, like right in front of him. And it was just like ever since then, you don't get over that trauma. To the point where he literally did the same thing. And it's just and it's painful, you know, and he as a streamer he tried to push his platform to be positive. Like, you know, be good to each other. Cuz he knows the lows in life and he just wants to help people be better. Then you just still have shitheads that just no matter how much you're trying to do well, is what it is, you know. People are still just gonna hate.
It's tough.
See, that's the thing, man. Online bullying, man. Well, we live in a world where you gotta have thick skin, bro.
Yeah, that's
And
definitely
then,
true.
Like, and also,
but
like, if you're already experiencing like depression, like, wouldn't you want to like reach out for help professionally?
yeah, yeah, he's definitely been doing medications and therapy for years, and the mental health is just it's another beast, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to actually, you know, there's no correct method to fix someone's mental health. There's so many different variables you can't control, and everyone has their own path healing.
I mean, I go through depression time to time, where like I get to like the bottom, like I feel like I'm just like rock bottom. You know what I'm saying? And it's a tough thing to get out of. It's really tough, man. Like my only advice for people is to just surround yourself with people that's really there for you. And maybe that was what was lacking in his life, in his life, you know? Like he didn't have enough people to like
I don't know too much about it, but his departing message was pretty much tweeted at his he was with Becca at the time, right? Or is that his ex-girlfriend? I don't know.
That was like one of his exes.
Oh, was
and it was like it. I mean, everybody can say that that was like a cry for help, because you know his chat always talks about, oh, why don't you get back with Jenna, why don't you get back with, you know, Becca. And I think to him he was just kind of signaling that, you know, she meant something to him, because I don't know how, you know, how Mimi he gets, because he does do that sometimes where he'll just say that stuff. And you know, there's with what I know of how much I know about Reckful, and I feel like I probably know like just a little bit more than you two, and just like the idea of how he was, how he grew up, how his streams were, how his career was. You know, at the end of the day, this should it should prove to you guys that it doesn't matter who you are and how much help you can get, because no matter what, depression is, you know, it's the illogical thing that's going to haunt you regardless of how successful you think you are. how successful we think Reckful is. And what matters is that it exists, and it is, you can't deny it. You know, traditional parents always, you know, write it off as something that is, you know, to just something to get out of. It's a slump, whereas it's something more than that. It's something that kind of lingers over you, and when you don't think about it, it's still existing. And it's important to, you know, like you guys said, it's important to understand that there is no single way to fix it, and it is more so of just having the right mixture of whether you need medical help or professional help, or just, you know, people that are there for you. You don't know what it is that you might need, and sometimes, you know, when you're the depressed person, you, again, your logical thinking is like out of the window, right? You don't think about your actions and the things that you say. So it's a very hard thing to talk about. It's a very hard thing to cure. It's not something that just goes away. Maybe you do cure it and then it comes back again, right? It's a very, it's one of the most like dynamic, like mental illnesses, like I would never wish upon like anybody. It's tough.
A vicious mental cycle.
It is, bro.
And all we
crazy,
can
man.
really do is try to be the best people we can be. Never really know what people are going through. You want to be nice to people around you, nice to yourself, most importantly, and
Yeah.
do your best to do well in this world. Like Denzi said, you know, it doesn't matter where you are in life. You can be happy. You can have a happy family, a great career, but you know, just mentally, you just can still just be defeated. It really
Yep.
doesn't matter. You know, it's just some demons that are really hard to overcome. And with that being said, with Reckful's passing, there has been other streamers that have been coming out, and the most controversial one, of course, is Alinity. Alinity is, you know, for the past year or so, 2 years, she's been in a very negative lighting for her mistakes that she's done on stream. And of course, I don't think anyone would agree with what she's done in the past.
Yeah.
Awful. But you know, with Reckful doing that, she kind of came out herself that she's just been going through emotions as well, with thoughts of suicide and constant depression, because it's just years, you know, months to years of just negativity. No matter what she did, every time she streamed, anytime she tweeted, she can't escape, and it's all she does. You know, this is her job, so she can take time off and escape from it. Anytime she took a break, she's good, but anytime she came back to do her job, back to this same negative cycle, no matter what. And some people like Ninja and Slasher were two people that were flaming Alinity the other day on Twitter. I would say 2 days ago, and they both publicly apologized. Ninja deleted his tweets, and they both agreed that maybe they should start trying to be better people, to treat her a bit better, regardless of her mishaps in the past. To just, you know, try to set an example to just being a better community, to make sure we don't push people. I'd like to know
Yeah.
your guys' thoughts on Alenity's situation. On the other hand, we have Ninja, you know, Ninja and Slasher being nicer. I believe on the other hand, we have Keemstar blaming her, saying that he's using this to create the narrative or escape herself from her past. This very negative take on what she's doing.
With the whole Alinity thing, I don't watch her.
Uh,
I don't. I mean, I've seen a bunch of clips that has been posted about her, and most of the clips that I've seen, I can't. I don't really have an honest opinion. I don't know if she's a good person or she's a bad person. It's just honestly based off all the clips, majority of them are by accident. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Except for that one clip where she gave her dog alcohol or some shit like that, or vodka.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, like that's common sense. You know, like you wouldn't put you wouldn't give any animal alcohol,
Yeah.
right?
Definitely.
But the whole cat thing, like, come on, let's be real here, people. You're in the middle of a game, you're panicking, right? That's straight up accident. All right. Dude, keep in mind, she threw her cat over her, bro. Have you seen cats? Have you actually just seen cats move around in the neighborhood? These motherfuckers like dodge bullets left and
They be
right and they
jumping
survive.
off 8-foot trees.
Yeah. It's not like she slammed the cat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't
it's one thing to like throw the cat, even though she did throw it over her head, and she probably, I think if she threw it to the side, it wouldn't have been as bad. But she just unfortunately threw it
no, I
over
mean,
her
I'm
head.
talking about like if she threw her cat like across the room.
Yeah,
She
that
just
was that just makes it
she kind of
bad.
just lifted the cat, move it over her head, and just drop it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not
Yeah.
like she was like boom, and then the cat's like across the room. You know what I'm saying? Then maybe that's animal abuse. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Why
but
are
like,
people so like cats are? These motherfuckers are like these are mini tigers. These are mini lions, y'all. All right, these cats will survive off a 8 feet tall building. For some reason, cats are not from this world. These cats will survive no matter what, and you guys are bashing on one person. Like, come on, let's be real here.
my take is that like she fucked up. She deserves some repercussion, right? Like
No,
at least
but what
like,
I'm saying,
but what I want to say is how long is it gonna be dragged out? Like
exactly.
there's a time where like come on, like it's we're over it now. It's not that big of a deal. It's not like she like, it's one thing to like throw your cat, but what if she like had her cat there and just started swinging at it or something? You know, that's like
That's
the
animal
severity
abuse.
level
You know what I'm
is
saying?
not
Right.
that high to warrant this much hatred for years to come. You know, there's
Yeah.
people that have done much worse
Yeah, man.
and just but don't get as much harassment as what she's done. It sucks
Right.
that she's done a couple of things, and unfortunately, I feel like out of all content creators, Twitch streamers are the most, you know, liable or the most likely to suffer the most, because when you stream for hours at a time, we're all humans. We're gonna make mistakes. When you're streaming hours at a time, and that's your whole life, you're gonna have more and more mistakes. People are gonna find more things to dislike about you and to try and cancel you. That's just
Yeah.
the vicious life of a streamer. But if you're a YouTuber, TikTok, any other platform, you can literally edit out your mistakes and make sure shit, you know, doesn't hit the fan. Unless you're Logan Paul and you accidentally record, not accidentally, but you decide to record at a suicide forest and you just kind of, you fucked up, you know what I mean? But like, look how
Right.
long PewDiePie PewDiePie made YouTube videos for years with almost no drama. I don't know how much drama he's, but not much drama. And all it took was like, oh, I'm gonna stream for like a month. He wanted to try streaming for a month. All it took was a couple of days. He said the N word, and people were trying to cancel him. And look how fast like his colors showed streaming. You know, like we just make mistakes and we fuck up when the camera is on for 6+ hours a day. You know, it's just, I don't know. And the same people that are trying to cancel her and hate her probably have done worse shit than her.
Like all I'm saying is
And she's
that,
probably done worse shit off cam too. We're just human nature. We just fuck up and do stupid shit.
right.
Yeah.
There's
It's just
like there's speculations of her getting into her country and getting a citizenship by marrying someone and divorcing them after she got her citizenship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People are not perfect, man. All right?
I-
People are not perfect. Like people in chat, and not just my chat, not Brian's chat, Denzi's chat, just like in any chat, bro. And you guys keep judging streamers. You guys keep judging people like you guys are perfect. Don't lie. You got a 3. No, I'm not even gonna say it, bro. I'm just gonna. All right. All right, you're just not perfect. You yourself is not perfect, so stop judging.
Yeah, it's just so
I,
easy to just flame and point at someone's
yeah, I
flaws and
think
mistakes.
it's like it's cool because I think in like friend groups and stuff when you're talking, chatting it up about the drama, you talk
Yeah,
to you talk to your homies. You're like, oh, you see that Alinity shit? Like, watch me bust out in Alinity. Like that's one thing.
right.
But to publicly like to magnify her mistakes and to post it on social media or spread that kind of like weird juju is like, why? How do you find the time in your day to like publicly say, hey guys, look at what Alinity did, she should be canceled? Like, I think at that point, if you're
You
that kind
just
of person, you have that time on your hands, you should be canceled because you're wasting
Dude,
so much
it's
time
like
spreading this kind of hate. Like, what do you have a job? Like,
that
it blows
haters
my
are
mind
just
that these
weird,
guys
bro.
even do that.
these
There
guys
will be
are
subreddits based on this shit. Like,
They're
what?
haters, right? But like they're
Yeah.
haters that religiously watch her. Like, I hate you, but I'm gonna watch every single minute of your stream and wait for you to fuck up. Instantly upload it on Twitter and LSF.
but
You know
see
what I mean?
these
Like,
these
holy,
guys
it's you guys are so weird.
these guys
Yeah.
okay, so everybody has a hater.
Multiple haters, of course.
You're a hater if you don't if you're against this person, obviously, right? These guys are just CPH, man. These guys have these guys are certified player
Pick out their
haters.
badge.
You know what I'm saying? These guys are
Yeah.
certified player haters, man. You go on the stream, and Alinity is such a big streamer, and keep in mind, most of the people who post clips about other people have, and this is what I've noticed, have like only like couple hundred followers on Twitter and stuff.
Not even 100.
Like
They're
they
just
just feed,
all fucking degenerates that don't have anything else to do with their
yeah,
lives.
and
Honestly,
they feed off people's like content to get content for themselves.
they don't
And
have
that's what
shit going on in life.
that
Like, people that hate and people that are that negative are living such shitty lives that they have to inflict pain on others and bring
right.
other people down
Just so they
because
can
they
feel good about
you don't know, you don't hear anyone doing good in life and being happy.
Yeah.
Anyone happy in life is not going out of their way to do that. People are all just living shitty lives, and they sit
So
in this hive mind of Discord and Reddit and just flame each other
okay. So
or
you guys get the
flame
point.
people.
You guys get the point that like people post that, right? If you guys think about it, what's the one of the biggest subreddits on about Twitch? LSF. LSF used to be like a cool thing to watch people do crazy funny shit. Now it's just everybody outing each other. People post clips of like streamers messing up or whatever, hyper criticize it, and then Twitch streamers just feed off of it, right? They use that as content, and yes, I am a victim of watching like shit on LSF on stream, and it's like haha
Mhm.
Alinity this, haha Alinity that. But that's how normalized it is now, and that's why it's a problem now, and that's why everybody's you know finally coming to a realization that LSF livestream fails, the subreddit, is a culmination of what we think is normal now. Like it's normal to just talk shit to
Shit,
people
even
like this
when
hard,
I use that Reddit, you know,
right?
and
Like
then I get
yeah,
clips or out of context clips, and like, I have no idea anything about this person, and then I'll see just one bad clip about him,
yeah.
and
Mhm.
obviously they fucked up, but then it's like, everyone's bashing on it, and then it fucks with your brain. It turns you into a sheep. Oh yeah, everything about Alinity is bad. I saw that clip. She's an evil human. Then in reality, it's like, obviously depending on the severity level of it, probably it's just they fucked up, man. Fucked up. Maybe I'm naive and I'm
Nobody's
forgiving,
perfect,
but
man.
like, if every single person in the world had all of their like bad moments on camera, we would all be canceled. There's no saint out there, bro. It's just there's just
I have
no
a quick
way.
theory about this, bro. And this shit just popped in my head right now. All right. I feel like all these people hating on Alinity, and I might just say this, and I'm be blunt about this. And I know for a fact that yeah, if if the shoe fit, wear it, right? I feel like these people who's hating on Alinity are just like people who thinks she's very attractive but can't get her. You know what I'm saying? So they all trying to cancel her. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's be real. She's fire. You know what I'm saying? I think she's a very beautiful woman. You know what I'm saying? And just because you can't have her, you guys try to cancel her.
Bro, I would say like dead ass, like 80% of them, these fucking like cave dwelling weirdos, 80 to 90. If Alinity gave them a chance, they would be there instantly. They're just weirdos, man.
You know what
They ain't got
I'm
shit.
saying?
They just got nothing better to do. No, like it's just, and those are the people that are most negative in the world. The people that don't have shit going on
If they
in their
can't
life.
have a person, no one can have the person type of thing. You know what I'm saying? They try to cancel that person.
Yeah, hate's just a very weird thing.
Right? This happens not just on Twitch. Like, you guys ever just hang out with a homie, IRL homie, right? Be like, yo, man, hey, there's the shorty, right? And like, God, man, like, I just, she fire, bro. But she said no to me. But you know what? Fuck that bitch. You know what I'm saying? They just so quick to
Yeah.
change their opinion on someone when they can't
Yeah.
get what they want. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the biggest reasons why people hate.
Not even
on
just that,
other
it's
people.
also success. You know, someone could be
Right.
successful and
Yeah, it could be successful too.
that person has never done anything to you, and you're just like, oh man, I don't like him.
Yeah.
Fuck
Yeah.
him. Like, this man,
Fuck
the
him,
the
bro.
guy or girl, it's normal. It happens. I understand. You know, sometimes you just dislike them, and it is what it is.
It is what it
Yeah.
is.
You know, it's just the nature of it.
Hey Brandon, they always ask me what I got on. Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
Yeah, definitely. Hopefully, Twitter, Reddit, Twitch. I feel like they're the most negative platforms. YouTube's not too bad unless you're like doing some really weird shit. But definitely the most negativity, the most cancel culture, toxicity that I've seen is for sure Reddit. I think Reddit is possibly one of the worst. If you're on the bad side of Reddit, it's the end of the world. They're insane. And it just snowballs. And I don't understand why. Maybe just because they're very anonymous over a screen name. They feel safe. Twitter's pretty bad too. But Twitter is a little, it can be calm sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Twitch is just, people make burner accounts and be chaotic.
Yeah, I've seen some crazy
Oh,
accounts.
look
that
at
are just
what,
burner
yeah.
accounts.
Let me just send this to you, Dom. Look at what someone sent this man. Like what, like why? For no reason. You're muted, by the way.
I was muted this whole time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh shit.
And then
Wait, am I allowed to show this on stream?
if you want, I just want to show you. And
Okay,
that's
well.
just an example of one random. All it takes is this one
Wait.
weirdo.
So, someone
that's-
sent this to you?
To him, to the guy to Reckful,
Oh, to Reckful.
just randomly, for no reason, an email. And I'm sure that's
This
not
is
the only
sad,
time.
chat.
People are just weird. Not like Reckful did anything to him directly. These streamers, for the most part, didn't do anything to you directly. But
Yeah.
you just have so
the
much
hate, man.
hatred in your blood to do something. I don't know. Hopefully,
You know what? Hey, those type of messages, it could be easily ignored, but it takes a toll on you. Just like what Lenny.
it just sits in there psychologically, subconsciously.
Exactly. Okay, so here A2J just mentioned it's because they feel safe behind a keyboard and a monitor.
Yeah, like that's what I like I said earlier about LeBron, right? Of course, there's hecklers when LeBron's on the streets. 1 out of 10 times, maybe someone will have the balls to say something. But
Yeah.
compared to like being safe behind a mouse and keyboard, like, you're chilling. Won't get that much.
It's funny because I went to TwitchCon and like I it just mind blows, like it's mind blowing the fact that there's like millions of people, right? At least like a million people went to like TwitchCon, and I've seen everybody, and I've seen a lot of people, like most of not actually all of them. I would never guess they would say things like that on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
They
Well,
all look normal.
I don't know
It's
if there's a
just like
million. There's probably only a couple thousand there. But
couple thousand, whatever.
it's also the same people. Like they talk shit to you all day online. They're talking shit to you in Discords and Twitch chats on their
Yeah, but when
stream. You
you
see
them
them in
IRL,
person.
they
Whole
change their
180.
persona,
Hey,
bro.
bro, nice to meet you, man. Like, finally got to. Shut the fuck. What the
You know
fuck?
what I
You know, like, and it happens so often. That's actually been happening since like 2010, bro. Like since I played Call of Duty, like people would talk and grill each other all day. I was actually one of them. I would flame my homies teammates a lot, and then when I saw them, I was like, realized he was like 6'6", twice my weight. I was like, nope, my bad, bro. Like we not doing nothing, dog. Like,
Don't worry about it, sweetheart.
and we actually became good friends after that. You know what I mean? But like, I'm like definitely I've experienced both ends of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You just,
Like,
you just feel
I mean,
safe.
I'm not-
You feel safe behind a mic. You feel safe behind your username. You're trying to be anonymous,
Right. See, that's the thing. That's the thing. I'm not gonna claim that I never had hate messages in chat before when I would stream, which I do quite often. No, not well before. It was quite often. I get them, but I never really trip on them unless it's an actual account. Unless I know their the look of their face. Majority of the people that talk smack in chat, they just made the account. There's no pictures, nothing. No nothing in the bio. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Burner
okay,
accounts.
burner accounts, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But if you really want to talk your shit and you talk your shit on the main account, then maybe I have some maybe I have a little bit more respect for you and I'll go ahead and reply to that. And maybe, you know what I'm saying? We could probably handle that somewhere, with your issues. But most people just have burner accounts and doesn't mind me. People come in and suck. Yeah, okay, dude.
What if one day like everything has to be linked to
I
your
think it should
like
be.
actual
You know
social
what I'm
media, your
saying?
social security number or something? Like you can't be
It's only a
anonymous.
matter of time.
I
Just
feel
like
like we might get there one day. Some countries already kind of are pretty strict on account making per whatever.
right.
So
I don't
I want
know.
to say social security number, but there's something
Yeah.
to make sure your account's valid and so you're not completely anonymous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anonymous hate messages is just you're literally just low. You're like low, man. That is just low, bro. The fact that you spent like 5, 10, or like 15 minutes of your life, bro, creating a burner account.
Some high school shit, man.
For real, man. If I talk shit to somebody, I will use my actual account, man. I will use my actual. I want you to see who you're talking to, bro. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I mean, it's just just the internet is just full of like I'm gonna just say it, pussies. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I ran into Kyrie Irving's clip actually, and Kyrie Irving had he's an NBA player. Brian knows, and Denzi knows.
Kyrie,
And
Uncle
uh,
Drew.
Kyrie Irving said this on an interview. It's somewhere on Twitter right now. I know it's trending on Twitter. Well, not trending, but I just saw it. People retweeted it, and he was saying that he doesn't care what people think about him. He doesn't. He said, "I'm gonna be me." Basically, what he said, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be me, and I will just keep doing me, and I don't care about anybody. I don't care about their opinion. And he was kind of like smirking the whole time because it's common sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's literally common sense. Why would you care about this guy's opinion about you?
But it just gets him, dude. KD, bro, honestly, one of the best players of our generation, had a burner Twitter account to defend himself.
Okay.
And it gets to people, bro. People are just built different. It's not everyone's gonna have that tough skin. And
No,
It's just
I'm not saying you should have a tough skin, but I'm saying like I think you guys I think people need to realize that not everyone's opinion matters.
yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm
But I'm
saying?
saying both ways. Not you should have more tougher skin because not everyone's opinion matters. But
Like like
I think
imagine
generally people just need to be better humans. I think that is more
yeah,
important. That
yeah,
we just need
that's
to stop
literally
being
common sense. I
shitbags.
don't think we should even mention that to anybody. Should just be a human being, bro.
Be a
You
better
know? And he
human
said
being.
nobody's perfect. Just imagine you walk into McDonald's and a guy you walking in, the guy's walking out, dude. You don't know this guy, right? This guy say, "Hey, man, you ugly." It's like, okay, who the fuck is this guy? You know what I'm saying? Like, why should you care about his opinion? You don't even know the guy. But if Brian say, "I'm ugly," damn, you know, I'll be like, "Damn, bro, I'm really ugly." Huh? You know, like I know Brian. I know, you know, like maybe he's right. Maybe I am ugly, right?
Yeah, I get you. Either way, I think ultimately people need to be nicer to each other. That's
Yeah.
what we should strive for.
People are just people
And
just lost
speaking,
common sense when they're on the internet.
and speaking of losing common sense, there's been a lot of streamers, casters, and content creators that have been accused even more in the past few days, especially in the Super Smash Brothers or the fighting game community.
Ooh.
And I think the most known is Offline TV, a group that Pokemon's a part of, where Bedmeister, an ex-member of the Offline TV community, was not a good person, like you were saying. He was mass manipulating, being very touchy with multiple girls, not even just the members in the house, but girls outside the house. It ruined his reputation. And the thing that's weird, the thing that bothers me the most is that when the girls came out with their stories about what he's done wrong,
Mm-hmm.
his simps, his fans attacked the girls for coming out with what
Yeah.
they went through.
That made zero fucking sense to me. I was baffled. And I felt bad because Lily, she deleted her initial statement, no? Because of it?
Yeah, she
No,
did.
it was
Could be wrong.
pussies.
She posted her stories about two people that did weird
Right.
stuff to her, and it wasn't to the point where they got physically raped, but enough to where it fucked up their mental. They couldn't live the same day to day operations with them.
Wait, let me get this straight. So he physically touched these girls.
Yeah, like so he would sleep in we don't know Pokemon's whole story, but apparently he did the most of Pokemon's. I don't really know. But he would touch these girls. He would tell them he was on high school mode. Like, oh yeah, I like you to like everyone. Like he tried to get at every single girl like in his vicinity.
Talk about no game.
Damn near, yeah, high school game, bro. And like would just manipulate people. I remember the one I remember is that whenever Pokey would meet a guy or she's gonna meet a guy that either she wants to be friends with or is interested in, Fed would tell them like, oh, we're dating, by the way, low key, or like he would manipulate it to where like he would try to turn off the guy from talking to Pokey because he wanted
Yeah.
Pokey for himself on some weird shit, bro.
That's weird.
And
Dude,
And
it
not only
sounds
that,
like this guy has like no game.
yeah, bro,
whatsoever.
and like some girls even had boyfriends or just got freshly out of a relationship, and he would tell them he liked them
Target
and like
them?
touch them or like,
Yep.
and he would get drunk, he would drink and be like, oh yeah, I don't remember. The next morning, I don't remember. I blacked out last night. Head ass. But he didn't.
super
Yeah, yeah.
conscious
But
about
because
it.
like the next days later or like weeks later, he says sorry about that night.
Wait,
so
do you? Can I see what this guy looks like? Can you send it to me, Brian?
Go to his Twitter.
What's his? Does he have like any socials? Like with
Yeah,
his
yeah,
face
yeah.
in
His
it?
Twitter's still up. I don't
Okay,
know
let
if
me
he has
see it, let me
Instagram.
see.
Dom's like so out of it. I don't know who this guy is.
I
Blah.
want to see, bro. I want to see if this guy even good looking, bro. Like,
But the thing is, like, yeah, he looks like a normal dude. I genuinely feel
Let me see.
I genuinely feel like we would have been homies. Like he seems like someone like one of my homies. Like face value wise. I don't know what he does behind the scenes. Obviously,
Wait, which one is he?
Badmeister. Like I think he's Mexican dude.
Is he the one? I'm on the mid and this random guy.
He's the one on the right. Obviously, it's not.
This guy? The one with the dick nose?
All right, come on, we're not. Why you tap? Stop! Don't attack his appearance.
Oh, it's this one. This is the guy.
Yeah. And he looks like
him.
he just looks like a normal dude, honestly. And
Yeah,
like,
he looks like a pedo, dude.
all right. To me,
Yeah, you gotta
looks
chill.
like-
out.
all right,
he
yeah,
has
you
no
you
game
you gotta
whatsoever.
chill off that. But anyways,
Okay, I'll bet.
like to
It's not
me
the
though,
fucking point. The point
that's
is
the
this guy's a
point
fucking
is
weirdo,
the
okay,
point is
hello?
he just did a lot of weird shit behind the scenes, and it took a while because like and it took them a while because to all of them he was a good friend. He is a good person. Like everyone really fucks with him. Like he's a good guy.
Mhm.
But he would have his moments where he just like would just lie. You know? We have friends like that. They just lie. I don't know why.
Look,
They just kind of
this
do
is-
it.
This is the thing, bro. Like when it comes to like people in general, I feel like there's levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like he's like overstepping. Like he's not on that level yet. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he can't get girls like
Nah,
Pokey, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's
But
his
he's like
ego.
forcing himself. into it.
Anytime a girl wasn't fucking with him, he would like create a narrative that like, oh, we got to get rid of this girl because she doesn't work hard enough. Or he would shit talk the girl to other groups like behind the scenes. Like his ego was hurt. So like, for example, right, they have a manager named Yvonne, a
Mhm.
female, and she has a boyfriend, I believe, the whole time. He was trying to like, he did all this touching shit, like try to get at her. She was drunk. She clearly wasn't fucking with it. She clearly was saying no. So his like ego's hurt, and he would go behind the scenes, not to her obviously, to the rest of the group, and be like, "Oh, she's not working hard enough. We should get rid of her." Blah blah blah. And you realize that the real intention is he's hurt. His
I feel like
ego's
this
hurt.
guy. Based off what you just said. This guy. It seems like he has a very low self-esteem.
Yeah, he has. That's what it seems like.
You know what I'm saying? Like
So-
this is the type of guy who relies on people's opinion about him.
It's
He needs to be liked.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like everyone he talked to, everybody he meets, they need to like him.
All of his problems are stemmed from self-esteem issues.
100%.
He lies. Yeah.
I mean, people grow up with these kind of issues, and sometimes they don't even realize it, right? People that have these issues because it's normal to them, right? Maybe they were in an environment before where they thought it was normal to talk to girls like this, and if they say no, to keep going, because at that point it becomes just like a societal thing to think about. Like, when you grow up, and as males, and I'm just saying this because this normally happens with males.
Mhm.
We grow up thinking like, yes, it's important to be persistent in terms of anything, in goals, in women and chasing money, etc. And sometimes that leaks into the wrong path where guys think that it's okay to be very persistent on girls. I think that was a scenario with him where he kind of took it to the next level and didn't realize it, and it got out of control, and nobody kept him in check, and OTV decided that they kept him in check. They tried to keep him in check. They talked to him multiple times saying, "Hey, you got to stop that." And he didn't stop that. And that's just because that's just how he's hardwired, He's hardwired to believe that he doesn't acknowledge that he's manipulating these girls. He thinks it's just him being persistent.
Right.
That's a whole nother thing to talk
Yeah,
about.
it was
too,
pretty
right?
much like they had an intervention with him, like, "Hey, you need to fix this, and we're gonna kick you." And he didn't, and then they kicked him. So when he got kicked, he would talk to his homies like he twist the story to make him look good. Like, "Oh, they're kicking me, man. I don't know what to do now." Like instead of going out, and be like, "Oh, I fucked up, so they kicked me." He would twist the story to always make him look like the good person, which is pretty common. Some people don't want to make themselves look bad.
Yeah.
But it seems like all of his actions were always he would always play the victim. That's the perfect word, right? He would always do the victim card,
It
but
looked
it's
and seemed like he's
just
that type of guy. You know what I'm saying?
it's just. But it sucks because like other than that, he was like a great person. That's why it took so. That's why he was in the group for so long.
No, I mean I'm sure he's a great person. You know.
No,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah. But I'm
Like
just saying
I think
that's why it took so long for them to want to get rid of him because like they couldn't believe it themselves. Like this person that has done so much for us and he's been our friends for so long and we love him. He's just slowly like his ego's consuming him and making him do things to no matter what he did, he always wanted to be on top. He always wanted to make sure his career was getting pushed up and always make him look like the good person. And
sounds like he's a selfish man.
very, very selfish, yeah. So it was his downfall, you know?
Maybe
downfall.
he just needs to step up his game when it comes to getting girls, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It's
Well,
both.
if he says, if they say no, that doesn't mean that he doesn't have good game. That's just because they don't like him. I don't know. That's not.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's had his fair share of bodies.
Like,
But
he
it's the
acts
one
like-
but it's the
he
ones
acts
that
like the
he
girls in
couldn't
the
get.
house are the only girls
Yeah,
that
no,
even know.
he's also touched girls outside the house. Like other and I'm sure
Yeah,
he's
damn,
he's
bro.
also
Look at
smashed
that.
girls. He's definitely has a pretty high body count. Like he's probably hoed out and did his
Okay, he
thing.
probably got a
But the
virus,
girls
too.
that said no, he got butthurt about and made a big. And then those girls are making a big deal of it because he couldn't take no well. You know,
That's crazy. That's actually crazy. It's the fact that it's mind blowing, bro.
and he's. I don't know. How do I check this? Solely known, right? I'm gonna check how where in the ranks he was as a streamer. He's a relatively pretty streamer, I would say. That's
Yeah.
loud.
Yo, that's crazy. What's
Yeah,
so
it's
like-
what's that one term when you lie a lot and you start believing your lies?
I don't know.
Yeah, there's like there's a term for that.
I'm doing that. Well, I don't know. He's just a pathological liar, man.
That's the term, Brian.
He's just
That's the
he
term
just-
I was looking for.
he just can't stop lying. Oh, well, I didn't know. I just know he just can't stop lying. He always lies to make himself look good, and it's just it's tough.
It's
He
crazy,
just
man.
manipulated everyone around him because he lies so
Crazy.
much.
I mean,
But-
don't get me wrong. I've tried getting at girls, different girls, and they said no, and I just move on, bro. End up being friends with the girl.
You really do.
Yeah, and
People
you
just don't know how
kinda
to
just
move
move on
on.
with your life.
And I know a lot of people are victim to this because whenever people have breakups, right? You don't say the bad things about yourself. You say, "Oh, it just ended because we weren't working
Right.
out," right? Like,
Right. It's not because it's not working out.
But
It's
then he
crazy.
would always make it seem like. I mean,
I'm sa-
it's hard to come out and be like, I fucked up. People don't like doing. No one likes taking
Right.
accountability. You know, no one likes to take accountability, especially if you don't have to. Why would you do it if you don't have to?
Mhm.
You know, who will come out like, oh, this didn't happen because I fucked up. Always gonna deflect blame in anything. And it's so much easier to, and it makes you look good. I guess he did it a lot. He did it a bit in the beginning, and then he just started doing it a lot. Just always never take accountability.
and
That's so
this
crazy.
is where it gets messy. Here's like a curveball, right? Where
Mhm.
a lot of people don't like to admit to it, but now it's getting to a point where so many people are getting outed, and I feel like some people that do admit get even shit on regardless, because if you admit it, then it's just like people are going to just shit on you because you did it, right? Like either way you could get seen into a bad narrative, right? Whether you decide to not admit to it because it wasn't necessary, but if you do admit to it, sometimes that's also an issue because of people thinking that you're just saying that because you're you're just virtue signaling, which is essentially saying that like, you know, in light of all this bad stuff, look at me, I'm a good person, I'm admitting, right? People like at the end of the day, like it's I still think that the main issue is that people are just being very, it's just like unnecessary hate. Like if somebody wants to admit to it and they say that they want to do better, then fucking let them do it, dude. Leave them alone. That's why you see OTV always talking about don't shit on Fedmeister for what he did. You know, like you guys can't like, as human beings, you shouldn't be out there looking to hate people. You should be looking to make people better. And if you support Fed after this, then you know that's all to you. But as you know, as OTV, as they are like as they were friends to him, they
Mhm.
even then they don't wish that upon him. They wish that he gets better, and that's all you can really do to be, you know, to be a good Samaritan, to, you know, to understand that people do make mistakes, and they when they admit to it, don't talk shit on them for it. Let them. If you don't support them, then don't say anything. Just don't fucking say anything. Just go about your day, and you know, if they bother you that much, then don't say anything. Don't waste your time. Don't waste time spreading hate, because what does that do for you? what
Right.
what what does it do for you internally? Do you feel like a better person for saying, yeah, you're a fucking idiot, you shouldn't have done it? Like, what does that really do for you? Like, ask yourself that. And a lot of people don't. It's so dumb, and it irritates me.
No, I get your point. Yeah, because I see a lot of clips here and there, and I kind of just keep my comments inside my head. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll have my own opinion about something, but I'm just gonna shut up about it.
For real.
That's so crazy, bro. It's just so fucking crazy. I mean, men ain't shit, bro. Holy.
And speaking of men ain't shit, there's been more drama in the Super Smash and the fighting game community. The one that speaks the most volume is
Uh-huh.
Nairo? I don't know how to say his
Nairo.
name. Nairo.
Nairo?
Nairo.
What's this guy's story?
Not only is men ain't shit, they're both not shit. Well, his story, from what I read, he was 20 years old and a 15-year-old. Uh, he didn't necessarily get at it. The 15-year-old got at him when he was 20, pretty much.
Wait, what?
It's crazy.
Wait, how old is the person?
It's a 15-year-old boy and a 20-year-old guy that's like top player, signed and everything. And I guess they were just hanging out a lot. The 20-year-old guy was bi-curious. He wasn't really sure. Let the 15-year-old get at him. They did some things. 15-year-old comes out with this story labeling the 20-year-old as a pedophile, even though he initiated. And now the older guy, he just got dropped from his org. I think he said he's done with everything, all streaming and everything.
Wait, is he gay?
I guess. I guess he wanted to try it out and he found out he was
I'm
gay.
talking about the older guy.
Yeah.
20-year-old.
I'm saying the older guy wanted to try out being gay and ended up trying with the younger person.
Oh, okay. Wait, let me get straight. So he was straight, but the
He was
15-year-old is
unsure,
gay.
it seemed like, from the stories and the Discord messages I was reading. But
It doesn't matter if you're gay or not.
doesn't matter. He let like he he let a 15-year-old suck his dick. And he fucked up. He should have said no. Now now what's weird is,
why are people so weird?
hold on, let me go on it. The issue is, I personally believe, oh fuck, I fucked up. I personally believe they both should be canceled because
Yo, Denzi,
Oh, okay,
I'm
okay.
speechless right now, bro. What the hell is
What?
happening?
okay,
to the world,
so pretty
bro?
much it's two streamers. I guess the younger person is also a streamer now too. So the younger person came out. He was the initiator in the situation. He tried to get at Nero. Nero was let it happen. He should have said no. He fucked up. He's older. He should be more responsible in the situation.
Right.
But he didn't. And they did some things. So the younger guy, his name's Captain Zach. So Zach comes out and he said his story, and it seemed, everyone's on his side, of course, because Nero's fucking, he's the older person in the situation. You should say no, and it's a pedophile in a sense. And he also like paid Zach money to not tell anyone. He's like, hey, I know we did shit, but here's some money. Don't tell no one. He made it a really bad situation.
Yeah.
But then Zach was the initiator, is the youngster, because he was the one getting at him the whole time. But because he was young and because he was coming out with the story, a lot of people are kind of defending him. And it seems like, obviously, I don't know how it's going to pan out. It's still only been 2 days. 1 or 2 days.
Oh, this is recent.
Yeah.
Super recent.
Super recent.
Well, it happened a
Well,
while ago.
yeah,
A while ago, but
it happened like 3
surfaced.
years ago or something.
It
Yeah.
just surfaced right now.
But the person, the young kid, just came out with his story, and the Nero got canceled. He's getting canceled. He's done streaming. He got dropped from his org. Probably done competing as well. But I also believe that Zach should be punished as well. No?
I mean, I don't really know how, but I just know that both parties fucked up. I don't know where it goes from here, whether they take it to a legal course of action. But what matters is that it shouldn't have happened to begin with.
Yeah.
I think that when you're at an age of, above 18, having relationships with somebody that's any year younger is just, there's a reason why it doesn't exist, because it's not right. I think both, like you said, like both parties do fucked up, but it doesn't.
I mean, most of the weight's on Nairo because he's older.
Yeah.
He's
definitely.
older.
Right.
You should be like, this is weird. I understand.
You
Like,
have
I get it. He's
more
like,
common sense.
he should have more
Right.
common sense. But to him, he's just a bi-curious. He's so lost. He didn't know better, and he let the kid take advantage of him. And he just needed to just like think with the right head, just for a little bit.
But he was.
But he
thinking
was
with the
the wrong head, bro, and got head, and he fucking threw his career away.
Oh my.
Oh,
You know what?
no.
Here's my thing. Here's my opinion, bro. I feel like these things happen daily.
Nah,
daily
now
thing.
you think it does.
It does, right? Right. So it
That's-
happens daily. It's just now it's a lot easier because of the internet. You know,
Or
what I'm
you
saying?
might have like some screenshots here and there to have some
Right.
kind of proof now.
Exactly.
Because we got technology.
So it's a
Back
lot
then, there's no
easier to
technology.
surface an issue now
Yep.
on the internet than before. Before, people can get, sexually abused, and they'll tell one person, and the person that they told can just easily brush it off, right? It doesn't go anywhere, right? But now, if you experience sexual abuse, you go on the internet, right? You shine that light into, in that dark place you were in. And it's so crazy, bro.
And
Crazy.
another case in the same community. I feel like a lot of the Smash Bros community has been coming out with these stories. Out of all communities, I think Smash Bros so far, obviously.
Ooh, wait, let me get this straight. Smash Bros, the game.
The game, like, some play Melee, Project M, some play the newest one. It might have been during like a Brawl. I don't know, whatever game is out at the time.
Right.
This community, it's pretty tight knit, because there's not many. Just like, there's still a tight knit Fortnite community. Everyone knows everyone, you know what I mean?
Right.
So all the Smash Bros, I think demographically there's a lot of younger people. So there has been other cases. Another really popular one that's been pretty controversial is there is he was a 14-year-old player, 14-year-old kid, and there's a 24-year-old grown woman, and she like manipulated him. They're having oral sex and shit. 24 and 14. I don't think you realize how much older, how much more grown her brain is.
I did the math, Brian. It's 10 years.
I think she's 24. Her name is Senpai, and also known as Cinnamon. Cinnamon Senpai? 24. Yeah, she's definitely 24. And she was pretty much manipulating him, being like, hey, I'll wait till you're 18. And then, you're a dumbass little kid, bro. You're a dumb 14-year-old kid that saw a girl naked for the first time in your life. Just like playing games and sees a girl, and then he's just like, it's like, oh, okay, I believe you type beat, So they're like hooking up, doing their thing. Few months down the line, they break up. She goes back to her of age boyfriend. Anytime he sees her, and they go to the same event still. They compete against each other. This kid sees her all the time. Puppy, right? Sees her at tournaments. He plays against her, always BMs her and shit, like teabagging her, like making sure like he gets in her head because he's like, dude, fuck this girl, dude. Like, she fucked me up. It's just so weird. Doesn't make any sense.
It is so weird.
So we've been talking about men ain't shit. Women do this too. Not as often, but it happens.
It happens.
That's so weird.
And then when you're
speechless right now, bro.
and when you're a young kid like that and you tell your homies that, maybe it's a cultural issue. I'm sure we probably, if me and you, if we had this conversation, Dom, 10 years ago, we'd probably say the same thing, bro. Like,
Hey,
good.
that's bragging rights.
Hey,
though.
that's what I'm saying. We'd be like, good shit, bro. She a cougar. You know what I mean? Like, your homies won't take it serious.
Right.
But like, if you're actually hurt though, who's gonna be there for you? If the people around you are saying you should be happy about it, but you're not happy about it, who's gonna be there for you? What are you gonna tell your parents? When you're 14, bro, 15, you can tell your parents.
It's crazy.
So he was definitely struggling with this, and I can
so
feel
crazy.
for him. You know what I mean? It's just common toxic men, male masculinity, where we like see it as a dub, even though he's hurting.
That's so crazy, bro.
It's weird, man. It's definitely weird. Yeah,
I'm
there's
speechless right now, honestly.
and there's a lot more stories. I saw, I don't know, I think his name is Anti. He was on T1, the organization T1. He recently got insta dropped from his org as well when this girl came out and said that they had sex and she was underage. But the issue with this one is that they met on Tinder. You're supposed to be 18 and up on Tinder. So she lied on her Tinder. She said she was 18.
Okay. At that point.
Yeah. Okay, but then at the end of the day, it's supposed to be their faults, right? But who's gonna get punished? The older person, the guy that's signed, the guy that has something to lose. Only he's getting punished because nothing. She's not a streamer. You know what I mean? Like
I'm gonna just say this.
It's tough, man.
Sir, like I'm gonna pause you on that real quick. Here's my advice, everybody. If you're over 21, you're getting at girls or guys or whatever. Maybe not on the first date, but the second for sure. Invite that person to a bar. Just go to the bar, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
There's girls with good fakes,
date,
man.
Go to dinner. And order yourself some liquor, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me get Henny on the rocks.
Yeah, but
you want some? Oh, you don't want none.
But then it's dangerous, man.
Wait a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true, huh?
Like, you gotta check something, bro.
You can't, like, you don't expect them to be lying, and then when you meet in person, he was like, "How old are you? Don't play me." Oh yeah, I'm 18.
Right, but there's like different ways for you to check.
Yeah, that's true. You take him to a bar. I don't think he was 21 though. I think he was like 18 I don't remember. I gotta see the story again. But there's just so many stories. Like, I don't have all the numbers and all the everything.
That's
completely remembered.
Mind blowing, man. It's so crazy.
It's just
where are these people when I was 14? Okay, monk. Nah,
alright. It's tough, man. Obviously, like he should have done more studying. He should have made sure like made sure she's 18, that she's not
Right,
lying.
right.
And who actually wait? Like, let's be honest, who waits till we're 21 to drink? You know, like.
No, I'm talking about legally drink outside.
Oh, okay, but I'm saying like their story, they drank, like they had a hotel party before the tournament. Like everyone got alcohol. We all just drinking, bro. We got alcohol, drinking. You know, like just assuming she's 18. Like I don't know, dude. It's like it's weird, man.
That's so crazy, bro.
And it's not like they willingly served alcohol to her if she's underage. They just thought she was 18. We're the same age. You want some liquor? I don't know. It's just should have looked more into it.
That's so crazy, bro.
And there's much more, man. There's a lot more. There's a lot more allegations that I've seen, but those are the ones that
Like
stuck out
guys
the
and
most
girls
to
were
me.
turned 20, 25 or 20, like 22. Like we just disappear from people's eyes or something. Like we don't exist or something, bro.
I don't know. It's just be on some shit, man.
That's crazy.
Look at R. Kelly.
Well, you know what?
Man, crazy.
I feel like it's power control at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because
I mean, for that case, is it power? You just
power
want,
control, man.
or
If
she
you
was,
wanna-
or she was
I mean-
intrigued. All right, she was maybe intrigued by these. I think in the beginning of her story, she was like, "Oh, I wanted to hang out with the people my friends look up to." So she lied to kick it with them because she put them
that's fine.
at a pedestal, right?
I think like I hung out with like older cats when I was young. Actually, I
No,
hung
no,
out
it's
with
not
more
fine
older
because they
cats.
smashed.
That's crazy, bro.
Oh no, man. It's a weird world.
I feel like the world is just getting weirder and weirder, bro.
It's
But like I
not-
said,
it-
this happens daily.
It's
Yeah.
I was gonna say that it's been weird.
It's
These things
been weird.
didn't just happen. It's been happening before anybody said anything.
Yep. Probably happens more overseas too. Third world countries and other places. It's crazy out
I'm
there,
telling you,
man.
So someone in the world walked into some weird cave, did some ritual, and just cursed 2020 for all of us. You know what I'm saying?
A lot
I'm
of stuff's
calling it
happening.
now, dude. All right.
2020 has been some shit, man. But I think the fact that we are being quarantined is kind of like escalating everyone's emotions, and it's making
True.
people speak out.
You could
know?
easily.
I feel like maybe because we've been inside so much,
We're stuck on our phones.
they need to express themselves on the internet.
No. They should express themselves on the internet, bro.
Yeah,
If
but
you're
like,
saying-
no, for sure. But I think this movement began again partly because
No,
of
but
COVID.
I feel like more and more movement are happening because more and more people are more aware because of the internet.
Yeah, awareness because of the internet, and
Yeah.
they have everyone's home, so everyone's just getting more information and more knowledge.
No, it's more like the older person taking advantage of the younger person. I don't think any young person could ever take advantage of an older person. I don't think so. Unless you have
No,
like
I literally
really, really weak.
No, I just said this. The 15-year-old boy took advantage of the 20-year-old.
But see, that's the thing. That's the thing I don't get, bro. You're 20 years old. You're 20 years old. You have so much more advantage than this.
He was thinking with the wrong head, bro. He was thinking with the wrong head. Literally.
That's crazy, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
look. I'm gonna just be honest with you guys. Let's say if I was single and I'm 25, 26, and I was to go, like, let's say there's this super attractive girl, man. She's 35. I have the disadvantage here. She probably don't like younger guys. You know, she probably
You don't
like
know
guys
that.
that's her age. You know, but let me go ahead and spit my stuff, y'all. If we ever get in a relationship, right? I would be more scared to lose her because I would never know. She might go back to, dating her same age, or you know what I'm saying? Like being young, you got nothing to lose. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. It's just it's so crazy, bro. It's so mind blowing.
there's just so much, man.
That's so
I
fucking
just
crazy.
And
It's
I
so
just think
mind blowing.
it's not over
just-
either. There
you
will
just
be more.
shouldn't. Nah. You just should at that age, like if you are over 18, there needs to be some kind of class or something where like they reinforce this idea, like stop fucking with kids younger. Like
But yeah, thanks for watching or listening. Make sure to come back and see the live section of us on Twitch. See the extended behind the scenes. We will
Right.
be back next Friday. Episode
Every
4,
Friday,
right?
yo.
Shout out to our sponsors. No, I'm kidding. Sponsored by Tempest. Apparel coming soon. Probably not.
Apparel coming soon.
That's cap. Probably not
That's
coming
cap.
soon.
No cap. No cap rap.
Thanks for watching,
Brandon,
guys.
hey,
Peace
Brandon.
out. What?